Are you planning on doing a list building strategy in 2021? Or maybe you already have a list building strategy running. Well, either way, you're gonna wanna watch this video because I'm gonna talk about a list building strategic test that I do with not only my agency clients, but I also use it when it comes to my low ticket offer, because remember, list building doesn't always have to include a freebie. It could also be a low ticket offer. For instance, I like to build a list of buyers, and I know a lot of you guys like to do that too. So it doesn't matter whether you are list building with a free webinar ebook, or if you're doing it like me and list building with a low ticket offer. In this episode of Video Marketing Secrets, I am actually going to talk about a strategy that a lot of gurus don't talk about, because everyone gets excited when we can get a low cost per lead, right? But I'm actually gonna show you why I actually start pumping the brakes when my clients get that low cost per lead and their list starts building up. But I'm gonna tease you guys, but for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Laurel Portier, and I help digital business owners just like you amplify their brand utilizing video marketing and simple paid ad strategies so that you could build a pipeline of leads that are not just wanting to work with you, eager to work with you. And so in this episode of Video Marketing Secrets, you're gonna get a strategy that you could actually take away and implement that's gonna give you edge over your competition. And I can guarantee you that a lot of people are actually not doing what I'm about to lay out. And I gotta give kudos to one of my newest clients, Alex. She and I were going over her strategy. She's one of my newest private clients, and she's about to start list building. And whenever I started telling her about this certain strategy, she was like, you should do a video on that. I have never heard anyone talk about that. And so here I am doing this video for you guys. And so when you're doing list building, I hear all of the buzz all over online. Well, I'm getting such and such cost per lead. I'm getting such and such cost per lead. But here's the thing. So many people are actually looking at that the wrong way. I have so many clients who will email me and say, Laurel, why is our cost per lead so high? I'm like, let's not talk about the cost per lead. Let's talk about how well those leads are actually converting, okay? So here's a little strategic test that I actually do whenever I start a list building strategy with, whether it's my students, whether it's my agents, clients, even with myself, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna settle on, okay, you know what? I'm gonna spend $1,000, okay? I'm just using that as, that's usually what I typically do whenever I'm testing something new with one of my clients. It's like, okay, let's spend $1,000. Let's try to get, at least 500 leads. Now, give or take, depending on what that offer is, we could have less, but here's the idea. We wanna spend $1,000 and we want to get a couple hundred leads with that money. What we're not only testing, because a lot of times people they really focus on that cost per lead when it comes to Facebook ads, but what they're not focusing on is the email sequence, the follow-up sequence, right? When people think of Facebook ads, they're thinking, oh, how many people are actually getting on my list? But a lot of people are ignoring how their list is actually converting. And so in my test, and I do this again with my $7 program, because let me put this into context. So my $7 program, I'm getting about $2 to $3 per acquisition cost per member. A lot of gurus are like, why are you pumping the brakes on that? Why are you not scaling that to the moon and back? It is the same reason that I pump the brakes on a lot of my clients' lead gen campaigns when we're getting a great cost per lead. Why am I doing that? Is because I want to optimize. I want to see how well that list is converting. In my $7 program, I want to see how that program is converting to my premium program, and also the churn rate. If I start getting a lot of people leaving, I don't want to start bringing people in. Then I'm just exchanging members, right? I can make more money by just retaining the members that I have. And so I stop and I look at what I'm doing. Is this converting to the next level? Is my program getting a lot of people to leave? And so that's why I also pump the brakes on, let's say I'll use a very clear example. So one of my newest clients, he is list building. He's never ran ads before. He's never sold anything high ticket. And so he has we're doing a list building campaign for him. Once we were spending about 80 to 90 cents per cost per lead. Now you're like thinking, Laurel, why would you pump the brakes on that? I was like, okay, we spent $1,000. We have a little over 1,000 leads. Let's work on your email sequence. He got a couple of calls booked. He sold 2 high ticket programs, but I was looking for the leak. Where are people stopping? Which email are they stopping on? Where are people falling off? Where are people unsubscribing? And so I got in a pipeline of leads, but we didn't turn it off, but we slowed the drip. Just like I slowed the drip in my $7 program. And I want to make sure that before I bring any new people in, I'm optimizing. And this is like a thing that never stops. And so this is a strategy that you could do. So if you're thinking about launching a list building campaign, whether it is through a low ticket offer or a webinar or ebook or anything that's free, a challenge, what you can do is you could literally set aside and say, okay, I'm gonna spend $500. I'm gonna run the test, I'm gonna run the ads, I'm gonna see what my cost per lead is, I'm gonna see what my conversion rate is, I'm gonna see how my email sequence is doing. Is it retaining people? Are people unsubscribing? Pump the brakes on it just a little bit so that we can optimize and then move forward. Once we get all of the KPIs that we need to start hitting, we're turning on that pipeline just a little bit more, we're optimizing again, and then turning up the pipeline again. We are continuously just optimizing and figuring out, okay, where are the black holes in what we're doing? And that's something that I don't hear many people talk about, if anyone at all. So I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this episode. Like I said, I really want to make sure that all of my content going forward is going to be super helpful in helping you optimize what you're already doing. But what if I offered to literally sit you down and we will together work on a strategy that is going to work with your lifestyle, it's gonna work with your budget, and it's gonna work with your ability, because everyone needs to learn at least one money generating activity, whether that is organic content or using a paid ads platform. So if you wanna work with me, where I'll be your personal digital marketing consultant over the next several weeks, where we're gonna put a plan together, and then I'm gonna help you implement it and optimize and tweak it along the way, drop me a line below and we'll talk about putting you inside my premium program. But for those of you guys who are not ready for that and you just want to put together a digital marketing strategy yourself, go to adcoachingfor7.com and hop into my $7 program, where you're gonna get all of my strategies, just a little less one-on-one help. But even my $7 program does come with 2 group coaching calls a month. So I'll see you guys on the next episode of Video Marketing Secrets.